17, northern Minnesota, Lake Pattison State Park. It is day 17 in the morning, 8:40. Just leaving the state park here. Chilly night again last night in mid-40s. Oops, there's deer. It was a worry in the morning. Really pretty morning. Just a little on the chilly side. I was hoping for a little bit of a shorter day, but Pattison, which is just south of the western end of Lake Superior, it's still 305 miles, so it's going to be a pretty long ride today. Anything over 5 hours for me starts to be wearing, sitting in the saddle for so long. Saw this at an American Legion post. Dr. Charles and Adela Samuelson, 2001, M60A3. Pretty cool. It's in great shape. Very cool. The town of Three River Falls in Minnesota. I just got on US 2 headed east. The winds have picked up a little bit, but I think now that I'm headed more east than south, since the winds are coming out of the southwest, they should be okay. More behind me than on the side. That's my hope, and it seems a lot quieter. I can always tell when the winds are picking up on the side because the noise inside my helmet gets a lot stronger. The bike is a lot quieter when the wind's either straight ahead or behind me. I am entering the Chippewa National Forest. Passing through the Leech Lake Indian Reservation. Seems to be fairly large. Just left the Chippewa National Forest. Still on US 2. Mississippi River. Very cool. Just a little stream up here. Winds have picked up, but they're still behind me, so not really influencing my ride. I can see it in the trees and the grasses, but since I'm headed east and the wind is predominantly coming out of the west. Just passed a sign that said I'm entering the Lake Superior water basin. Duluth, of course, which is probably 80 miles ahead. Nevertheless, is right on the end of Lake Superior. I am making a short detour into Duluth. There's a Canal Park, supposed to have restaurants and shops and things like that. It's not too far away, so I decided I'm gonna go in there. Possibility I'll eat dinner there, although it's pretty early, and then head to my camp, which is south of the city. All of Duluth is under construction, at least the roads. I've gone through so many detours and workarounds trying to get this last couple miles in. Here's another one. Road closed ahead. I am on Superior Street. It's a nice little shopping area. I'm still not at the Canal Park. Alright, I arrived. There's the famous lift bridge I need to take a picture of according to everything I read. Here is the iconic lift bridge in Duluth, and it just so happens that it's going to raise. Oh, there's a sailboat coming in. It's going to take her a couple minutes to get here. It's not just the sailboat, there's actually a ferry of some sort coming through as well. That was fun. I was a couple hours in Duluth, little shopping, got dinner, saw a museum. This is 2, and it's crossing a bay off of Lake Superior. I think I got the last campsite here at this Pattison State Park, at least based on the map that was available online. Pattison State Park, Wisconsin's highest waterfall, that's what the sign said. Alright, so that's intriguing. I have to go hunt that down tomorrow morning before I leave. Established 1920. Wow. It's over 100 years old, this park. Curious as to whether they're even open at this point or not. Daily $11 to use their facility. Office is closed. Self-register at the electronic kiosk or at the self-registration box. Good morning. It's day number 18. It's a Saturday morning. It's overcast, cool, damp. Don't have any good cell service, so I don't know what the weather's going to be like today. Heading towards Lake Michigan, the western shore. First, I'm going to see if I can find this waterfall here at the park. This park is just okay. The campsite here is pretty damp, but I'm on my way. Walking back to Big Manitou Falls. I don't know if it's Manitou or Manitou. I can hear them. It's right across the road from my campground. And there it is. That's neat. Wow, it's pretty tall. Alright, I'm headed east towards Lake Michigan. I'm not sure exactly where I'm staying tonight. I didn't have cell service last night, so I need to find a town where I can stop and sort things out. There's my bike, ready to go. Cleaned and lubricated the chain. Ready to take me on another day's ride. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the road is taking a toll on my suspension. Getting bounced about every 3 or 4 seconds. Hopefully this US 53 here in 4 miles that I'm turning onto a little smoother than this. It's like this all day. It's going to be a long day. I just entered Brule River State Forest, 1907. I am headed east on Route 2, paralleling the Lake Superior shore to my left. May be my last view of Lake Superior. I'm going to parallel the shore for a bit, but not really very close to it. And then I peel away. Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm at the northern end of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I am crossing into the Michigan border from Wisconsin. Welcome to Michigan. I am at the northern side of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I'm going to head to the southern side. The northern side touches Lake Superior, the southern side touches Lake Michigan, and I'm all the way at the western end. Somewhere in the next hour or so, I am going to cut across the path that I took on my Four Corners tour. If I went up to the Upper Peninsula, crossing the Mackinac Bridge, and then headed west, visiting the National Seashore on the way. And then I went from there, camped a night, and made my way into Wisconsin. I just crossed the 5,000 mile mark on this trip here in Michigan. Day number 18. Still a long way to go. I figured this trip is going to be about a 6,000 mile trip. It may actually be a little bit more than that by the time I'm done. I think I'm more than 1,000 miles from home. Maybe 7,000 miles. I noticed the rear tire is starting to wear a little bit. The one that I bought up in Canada should be fine to get me home. Ottawa National Forest. For a while there I was hitting town after town, which kind of surprised me. I was expecting the UP, in the northern section of the UP, to be more like this. That road stretches way out there in the distance. This is starting to feel a little remote. Minutes go by without seeing a car coming in the opposite direction, and there's nobody in front of me and nobody behind me as far as I can see. First roadside park in the United States, 1918. Site of the first roadside table, wide right-of-way, and roadside timber in Michigan. From this beginning, the idea spread throughout the state and nation, 1919-1920. Pretty interesting. In 1919, 1920, right when the automobile was becoming popular, seems an unusual place to put a roadside turnout on such a low volume road. I am crossing back into Wisconsin for a bit before I cross back into Michigan. Kind of paralleling the border between the two states for the last couple hours. Getting pelted by insects. Constant battle to keep my windscreen clean and my face shield clean. A losing battle, I might say. Back into Michigan. I think that's the last time I crossed state lines today. I am on the Cedar River Road, headed out to Lake Michigan. This Wells campground is very close to the lake. Picked up groceries already at a small grocery store, but it was actually fairly well stocked, so I got pretty much everything I was looking for. Ended up with steak again. It's so hard to buy like a single piece of chicken or a single hamburger or even a single pork chop, but they seem to sell steaks in a single serving. At least I turned it into a single serving. Kind of a long road out here. Still have another 5 miles to go before I make my turn. It's like nothing out here. There were a couple houses right when I made my turn off the main road, and now it's basically nothing. J.W. Wells State Park on Highway 35. We head south for 1.7 miles. J.W. Wells State Park. So the sign said enter here. My GPS would say go a half a mile south. I think I'll trust the signs. Unless this isn't for the campground. Yep, campground's ahead. Nice park rangers at check-in in South 29. He said they're about half full. Oh wow, there's the lake. Entrance to former CCC Camp Wells. It's funny how many of these were by Civilian Conservation Corps or other government agencies back during the Depression. Let's see here. I got the numbers on the pavement. I was looking for a signpost. I know I'm much more impressed than the Wisconsin campsites. Could have probably gotten one right on the beach. Not that I need that. 29. Make sure I don't hit any potholes that I can't see with the deep grass. Michigan, right across from my camp.
Good morning, it's day 19. I'm here on Green Bay, which is the bay off of Lake Michigan, north of the city of Green Bay. It's Sunday, the 19th day of the trip, and I am headed towards Chicago today. I'll pass through Green Bay. I'm not sure whether I'm going to stay north of Chicago or get past it today. The benefit of getting past it on a Sunday, of course, is less traffic, but it's a pretty long ride, so we'll see how the day progresses. A really nice campground, great facilities, nice and quiet last night. This is the shoreline that I heard all last night in my tent, which is quite nice. So pretty chilly last night, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. It's only supposed to get up into the mid-60s today, but the skies are supposed to be just like they are right now, beautiful.
Day 19, it's a Sunday. The lake was stunning, nice campground. GPS is trying to take me south in the campground to get out, but the signs are saying head north, so I'm going to follow the signs. GPS has got me into enough trouble over the years. I put in for my GPS coordinates the campground south of Chicago, and we'll see if I make it that far. I do want to get through Chicago, though. I'm a little bit concerned about trying to get battled my way through Chicago on Monday during rush hour, so there's waiting around. So it's JWL State Park. I'm riding M35 south, right along the coast of Green Bay, heading towards the city of Green Bay. I really wanted to do this because I've never been over here. It's just a very pretty area. It's hard to beat a view of any of the Great Lakes. It can be calm and serene, and then nasty and mountainous waves. Today is the former. I can't express enough how nice it is to go to sleep at night and hear the waves crashing on the shore of Green Bay while I'm all tucked away in my warm sleeping bag. It makes camping a wonderful experience. A nice ride. Passing through the town of Menominee, Michigan, but I'm only 3.3 miles from the Wisconsin border. I'm going to pass out of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan into Wisconsin. Just saw a sign for the Lake Michigan Circle Tour. I didn't know there was such a thing. I knew about the Lake Superior one. So here we go, back into Wisconsin. Geographical marker. Let's see what this is. I have the truck hitting me from behind. Let's see if we can read it from here. Latitude 45 degrees north, halfway to the North Pole. North Pole is 3,117.55 miles, and the equator is 3,097.39. You might ask, why is there a difference between the two? It's because of the curvature of the Earth and the fact that the lines of latitude are not exactly equal to one another. Yes, the sign confirms my statement. The spheroidal shape of the Earth makes degrees of latitude in the north longer than in the south. The true halfway point between pole and equator on Highway 41 is marked 710 feet north of Menominee, which I've already passed, on Highway 141. See marker 3/4 miles north of Beaver. Erected by Frank Noyes, 1938. Approaching Green Bay. I gotta pay attention here so I can't be twisting my head too much. Uncle Mike's Bake Shop, Wisconsin award-winning bakery. They claim that they have the best donut. I'm going to test that theory.
That is half of a sea salt caramel pecan kringle. It's huge. I was expecting it to be donut size, so I only asked for half of one.
Well, that was an amazing dessert. I only ate about a third of it, and it was quite good. The sea salt caramel pecan. So I stuffed it in my top case after I was done in the box. We'll see how it survives, but that's dessert for like the next 2 or 3 days. But it was quite good. I give them credit. Their advertising caught my eye. They had a line inside when I went in, not terribly long, and they had people servicing the customers. So I am south now of Green Bay, the city. Still have 248 miles, almost 4 hours to go. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be a lot of highway. Passing through downtown Milwaukee. It must have been 10 or 15 miles of construction coming into the city. The traffic's all backed up. It's freed up once we got past the construction zone. I survived Milwaukee. 81 miles to Chicago. That's going to be the real test of traffic. I gotta believe it's going to be better today than tomorrow, but we shall see. I'm here at a rest stop, and I just looked at the radar. You can see there's water on the ground. Apparently some huge thunderstorms have been moving through the Chicago area. So I'm a little hesitant to move on, but I did put my rain jacket on. Looked at the weather radar predictor, and it looks like the worst has moved through, but I still might get some showers if that prediction has any degree of accuracy over the next couple hours. So I'm going to risk it and go ahead, given the fact that since I'm in the Chicago area, I should be able to pull over, take cover if I need to. So that's the decision. Got my rain jacket on, put my water bladder back on, and get underway. I'm going to shut my GoPro and put it away in case it does come down on me while I'm on the road.